All right, everybody, we're going to get started. Hello. We're going to get started. Good afternoon. Today is June the 14th, 2025. This is the Columbus, Ohio chapter for the American Council of the Blind of Ohio. First of all, I want to say that this meeting is being recorded. Anything that you say will be put into the public domain on our YouTube channel, so please be mindful and professional. My name is Janae Miller. I am our current president of the chapter, and we will get started with our meeting at this time. I want to welcome everybody, welcome anyone who's a guest, anyone who's new. Hope you all are enjoying the interesting weather that we've been having. First, I would like to take attendance. Let's start with who's in on Zoom. If we could please take attendance, that would be great.
All right, this is Mary Carabinas.
Kathy Whitman.
We have one person who's not labeled, just a phone number with 3972.
Could you, person with the phone number, could you please unmute yourself? *6 is unmute so we can know who you are, please.
That's Lynn and Shirley.
Okay, it's Lynn and Shirley.
Yes, it's Shirley and Lynn Roberts.
Okay.
And we may need to leave before the meeting's over, so I just
That's fine, Shirley. Thank you. Anyone else on Zoom?
Daniel Walker is on Zoom.
Okay, wait. One person, Monica, could you call out people so we just don't have people talking?
Sure. We have Kathy Whitman, Mary Carabinas, Claire Saunders, Mary Highland. You know about Shirley, and then there's Tanya Walker.
Okay, is that all on Zoom?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Monica. All right, now we would like to take attendance in the room. Starting with myself, Janae Miller.
Lee Tucker.
Make sure you talk into the mic.
Ed Snively. Harry Ling.
James Abernathy.
Renee DeMeyer. Marty Honecker.
Larry Honecker.
Dustin Grandstaff.
I don't know. It's Monica Williard.
Mark Russell.
Dana Sims from Marilyn Pipo.
Angela Brown.
John Hill.
Julie Russell. Gail Baldwin.
Sean Thiel.
Rachel Fetzko.
And Dave Brennan.
Is that everybody?
Janae, Shirley has a hand raised. I'm not sure why.
Shirley, you have your hand raised. Do you need something, sweetie?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you got my husband in also.
Yes.
I didn't hear her say his name.
Yes, we got you. Got you guys both. Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
All right, if that's everyone, thank you for taking attendance. Next thing on the agenda is, did everyone get a chance to look at the meeting minutes from last month's meeting? Are there any corrections to last month's meeting minutes?
Hi, this is Claire Saunders. I noticed my name was not on the Zoom list from last month.
You were here last month?
Yes.
Okay. We need to add Claire Saunders on the attendance list for the May meeting. And please raise your hand if you want to speak. No, don't just kind of talk out. Unless, in this case, yes, but still raise your hand if you're on Zoom. Any other corrections? Hearing nothing, would someone like to make a motion regarding accepting the
This
meeting?
Dave, I'll move we accept the minutes.
You probably want to say you moved to make the minutes with corrections, because we did have a,
Move to make the minutes with corrections.
who said they seconded? Mary Lynn, okay, so Dave.
I second Mary Lynn.
Okay, thank you. So Dave has moved to accept the meeting minutes as corrected, and Mary Lynn has seconded that motion. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Did I hear it opposed, or does somebody silly? Everybody's good? Okay. That motion has passed. Thank you so much. One note, we will have a speaker at the top of the hour. So next we would like to have Mr. Tucker with our wonderful treasurer's report.
Oh, I don't know about that. Whoops. I guess this is loud enough now. Let's see. This is the Columbus Chapter Financial Report for June 30th, 2025 for the period May 10th to 2025 to June 13th, 2025. Checking ending balance of $14,036.71, a decrease of $526.86. Deposits were a membership paid for $15, and expenses was engagement benefit of $140. AT&T telephone line, $16.11. A charge card payment went through for $375.75, and a member payment to American Council of Blind of $10. There are no outstanding liabilities or receivables. The charge card, the ending balance of the charge cards was $121.99. And for the record, that's the picnic materials that were bought from Kroger. And of course, the payment is above. It was we paid $375.75 on the charge card. People help balance $2,457.76, increase of $25 in pennies. Keep those pennies coming, the May pennies. Saving account, the ending balance is $500.54, no change. The CD is the $10,000 matures sometime in July, and we probably need to plan on going and refreshing that or doing something with that, Janae. Because
Yes, we will.
yeah, I have to talk to the gentleman there at the bank.
Yeah.
And unpaid interest is $175.76. The Columbus Foundation, the market value as of June 13th was $90,190.90. That's a decrease from December 31st of $6,628.92, which is approximately equal to the total of the grants we received from the Columbus Foundation, which was $6,388.74. For comparison purpose, the total income deposited in the chapter checking account last year was $6,935.40. And the payout year to date on the engagement benefit is $660. And no notes to this financial statement.
Thank you, Mr. Tucker. Any questions for Mr. Tucker? No questions from Mr. Tucker?
I'm just going to give him a royal salute for a job well done.
There you go.
Thank you.
Since Mr. Tucker will be retiring at the end of this year. So,
Larry and Marta are going to come back, right?
so
Yeah, 10 years and you're out. You know, it's like being in the Army. You know, you have to get out.
so would someone like to make a motion to accept Mr. Tucker's report?
I will make a motion to accept the report of Mr. Tucker.
Wait. We'll let Tanya second it. Who said it first in the room? So Gail Baldwin has made a motion to accept Mr. Tucker's report as he has reported it, and we'll let Tanya second it. Everybody in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay, good. So now we're going to move on for our committee reports. Is Denise here? Denise is not here, right? Okay. So let's start with the PHP report. Lee, do you have?
Yes, I do. We're working through a PHP request for one person for an iPad and an iPhone. And I know that there's another one out there in the bushes when I talked to Denise this morning. So I know there is activity. We just haven't got anything approved yet.
Okay. Thank you for that report. Sunshine Committee.
Kathy Withman,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm here. Are you ready? I talked to Larry Hanscom, and we have some good news for Larry. His tumor has shrunk quite a bit, and he's had 2 treatments for that tumor, and his daughter from Seattle came in to help with that. And Larry says that he really needs to get well because he needs to be able to take care of Nikki. And Nikki in May was in the hospital for 5 days, and that was because of a breathing problem caused by water on her lungs or in her lungs. And the hospital took care of that problem, but now she has another situation where she's having trouble swallowing, and she has to eat food like pudding and applesauce. And they couldn't get I don't know if it's a surgery or a procedure to help her with that problem until August 13th.
Wow.
So that's
Wow.
that's the problem.
Awful.
That's a big problem. So that's my part of the report. I think Mary Highland has something else to add, and then maybe Gail has something too.
Okay, Mary Highland.
The audio now unmuted.
Hello. First, I want to send condolences to Larry Honecker. I'm sorry to hear about the loss of your sweet guide dog, Argus. And so I did send Larry a sympathy card. And I will be sending Nikki a gift card since she was in the hospital. Regarding Paul Purnell, I have sent his card 3 times and he still hasn't received it. The first 2 were from improper address. I thought I had the right address the third time, but I have not received it back. So I'm still waiting for that. And I shouldn't assume, but a lot of people probably know Sue Wesley, and she did pass away recently. And there will be more news about her memorial service from Vicki Prayan. And that's all I have, Kathy.
Okay, thank you.
Kathy, you said Gail may have it well. Gail, do you have some information?
I talked to Paul, and for the 3rd time, I got the same address, but he hasn't received it yet. So I don't know what's going on.
Is that all? Okay.
This is Larry Honecker, and I do want to thank everyone for the calls that I received and the nice card. It's always tough when you lose your guide dog after 10, 12 years that we have them. But, you know, when they live to be as old as Argus was, you kind of see it coming. So it wasn't as bad as some of the others that I've had. But I want to thank everybody who called and expressed their good wishes in my direction. So thank you.
Larry, I'm sorry about your condolences. I wasn't aware that your guide dog had passed. This is the first I'm hearing of it. So my condolences to you regarding that. A point of note for the Sunshine Committee, just a note, I'm having a procedure done in September on my sinuses. So just a note, I have adenoids that are being removed and I have a deviated septum that's going to be, I guess, straightened out. So just a note.
Thank you.
Angela, are you here? Yes. Do you have any updates regarding our picnic?
The only thing that I will say is toward the end of this month, please start looking out for email so that we can get an accurate count of people who want to attend the picnic. And, you know, just like before, we have somebody who's going to cook the meat. We are going to supply the meat, but they're going to cook it. And then we ask everybody to bring either a side dish or a dessert. And I hope everybody will have a good time. And just look, just be checking your emails to please give your like RSVP about attending. Thank you. Yes.
Gail, is that Gail Baldwin I'm hearing?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take the phone calls and keep the head count.
Okay. So those who want to RSVP, you can either RSVP via email to either me or Angela, or you can make a phone call to Gail Baldwin. The picnic is July 26th. We have the space at the West Dome Parker Roses Shelter number 1 from 10 until 3. We'll probably start ours between basically 11 and 2, 11 and 3, so we can clean up and be out of there at 3. So that's July 26th, which is a Saturday. That also is the anniversary of the signing of the ADA. The ADA would be 35 years old this year. So that's when our picnic is.
Janae,
This is
Mary Carabinas has her hand raised.
Okay, hold on one second. Let's let Mary Carabinas talk, and then Perry, I think you have something to say. So hold on, Mary Carabin. Is it Mary Carabinas?
Yes, hi.
Yes, ma'am.
Carabinas, yes. Can you hear me all right now?
Yes.
Okay. I wondered if they were going to divide the alphabet in half, maybe half bring salad, half bring dessert. So that we're not getting all desserts or all salads.
Well, let me make this suggestion. If you know what you think you're going to bring, email it in the chapter email, and I'll help keep track of who's bringing what, so I can say, hey, we need a couple more desserts or a couple more. So you can just make the decision what you want to bring. I just want to make it
all right
as seamless as possible. So if you know what you want to bring, just please send it in the chapter email list, and I'll keep track, and I'll put out a note and say, hey, we have, 5 salads. I'm just making up a number. I just think that would be easier and less stressful. And so I would like to do it that way to make it easy. And Perry, did you have something about her correctly? Oh, James? Okay.
Yeah, this is James Abernathy. Quick question. On doing this here, are we setting this up as a buffet line where everyone will go through and we'll have someone to assist people
Yes,
as they go through?
Yes, we will have volunteers from the Harmony Project like we did last year. They will come and help serve everybody, interact with you guys, and make sure that the food is being handled. So yes.
Okay.
Say that again. Yes, sir.
I'm wondering to make things easier. What we've tended to do in the past is have a date by which people need to get reservations in order to come to, so that you have that head count. Would it be good? Do you think it would be good to do that, or?
And I was getting ready to say that you were kind of
Okay.
reading my mind.
Oh dear, that's scary.
Don't do that, Sean. That's scary. So yeah, we'll have a what he just said. I can't even talk.
Excuse me, Janae. I was going to ask, maybe, what do you think? The second week of July, or maybe like the middle of the third week
So
at the latest?
after the
After convention.
after convention. Thank you. That's what I was thinking. After conventions, so the convention ends on July 11th. So if we can have some kind of idea by the 12th, which is that Saturday, that's 2 weeks before our event, that would be great.
Okay, so Saturday. All right, thank you.
Yeah, the 12th after convention. So thank you everybody for your oh wait. Okay, one more.
One more question. For those attending the picnic, is there anyone with health issues or dietary restrictions?
Well, I use low salt, but I don't expect you guys to fulfill that obligation.
Well, let me say it this way. We all here probably have dietary restrictions of some shape or fashion. So as you're considering what you will bring, try to be mindful of low sugar and low salt, just as a general overall rule. If you can find gluten-free things as well, I would keep those 3 things in mind. And if you're not sure, reach out and ask if you're not sure. Lee, was that your phone? Okay, so yeah, for those who have dietary restrictions such as low sodium, low salt, or gluten-free, keep that in mind. If you're not sure, please ask. We're a family here in essence. So please ask. Don't be afraid to ask. There another question?
Yes, it's Rachel. Real quick, what like do we know what meat we're serving? Like we know that's going to come out later.
Angela, you want to answer that question?
Yeah, we're gonna have hot dogs, hamburgers, fried chicken, and like a pulled pork.
Pulled pork, yeah. Yeah. And so yeah, we will have a yummy good time, okay? So thank you everyone. Let me check the time here. We're making good time. So now that we've done the committee reports, I'm going to do the ACB Ohio report because Michelle is not here. So give me a second to pull up my notes. Oh, Finance Committee. Oh, thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Finance Committee. Mr. Tucker, you talk about that while I look at these notes.
Yes. So I'll just make a brief report here. We did have a dual finance committee meetings this week on Wednesday and Thursday night. And the goal of which was basically not basically, but actually to just collect input notions about what we might want to have as activities or have as considerations of how to manage our funds and how to commit our funds for the benefit of the blind and visually impaired people in Central Ohio. Now, I have a compendium of notes I prepared for Janae, which I got done finally last night, and I have sent it to her. Do we plan on a board meeting first?
Yes.
Starting that? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we will. We will. I've had a lot of medical stuff going on, but yeah, we will. We definitely will have a board meeting soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll get pipelined through that and back out to the chapter for even more input, so on and so forth. But I mean, we have things like action items that we've already handled for the most part. We have an issue of a policy regarding code of conduct. The board meeting has already been mentioned. Some suggestions came up for chapter activities, and actually a suggestion about a tech support. And actually, we'll cover that in the board meeting, and other suggestions regarding the usage of funds. So So it covers a lot of territory. So it's going to take a while to cover in a board meeting and also out here in the chapter.
Any questions for Mr. Tucker regarding the Finance Committee?
More people should attend, by the way.
Yes, when he has those, if you can try to attend, that would be great. So you all are in the know. We are a member-driven organization, so we want you all to hear and know.
And contribute to the pile of desires or changes you might want to make and how we spend our money and how much we actually say take from the Columbus Foundation or give back to it.
Well, if anybody has a question, we'll take a couple of questions and then we will move on to the next thing on the agenda.
I'm just wondering, and is there going to be like a consistent time when that's going to be, like the second or like the second or third Wednesday, or like is there going to be a consistent time every month when we know those will be? We've had a lot going on, so we weren't able to attend, but I just wonder if there's a certain consistent time when you have them, you might be likely for more people to just put it on their calendar and be like, oh, well, it's, unless you don't want to do it that way. But I feel like it would make sense to have a certain time preset aside consistently. I don't know if that's something you guys want to do or not, but I didn't see that there was an announcement about it until I can't remember. I finally think I saw it like Tuesday, and then we had some stuff come up. So it might be a good idea to have a consistent time for that. Thank you.
Lee, what's your thought on that?
Yeah, I like the idea, but my experience has been that people, oh, I can't come Tuesday, but I could come Wednesday. And then somebody else says, oh, I can come, the middle of next year. I mean, so that's why I've been running it twice. And anyway, so.
Or maybe the idea, Lee, that say you want to have it, I'm just making up something, during that third week. And you can still have a Tuesday, Wednesday, a Wednesday, Thursday, to at least make a general time of the month, I guess.
Yeah, say last week of the month.
Yeah, last week of the month. That would be good.
Let's try something like that.
Yeah. So let's make a note here in the meeting that we will try to have a finance committee meeting the last week of the month, 2 days. So those who can't make it on, say, a Tuesday can make it on a Wednesday.
So. As you can tell, the mission of the committee is actually sort of a furry thing. So right now we're sort of collecting together notions of what it actually does. So.
Thank you, Mr. Tucker.
Welcome.
All right. So I'm going to open up my phone and read what Michelle Spillane, our executive director, sent me since she's not here. So give me 2 seconds to do that. And I opened it and then my phone decided to go to sleep. Okay. All right. Alrighty. So recently they gave out 4 scholarships, and forthcoming they will have recordings of the students that received those 4 scholarships introducing themselves. The summer newsletter will be coming out soon. Let me see what else she said. Wait a second here. Okay. Okay. So I'm listening to this real quick. Okay. Here we go. So, like I said, the 4 scholarships. They will have recordings of the students introducing themselves. The summer newsletter will be out next week with information about voting for the National Convention, Fall Fest. Next board meeting will be July 19th at 2:30. All are welcome. It's open to the public. And let me make sure I didn't miss anything else. Give me 1 second here. Oh, last thing, The ACB voice course show is every first Wednesday at 11 a.m. We're looking for ideas for topics for speakers. So if you have an idea of what you want to hear on our voice course show that's every first Wednesday of the month, you can reach out and let me know, and I can pass it on to the team. So we're looking for ideas for speakers for the rest of the year. We still have availability for a speaker for December. We have November already taken care of. And I think October is the other date, right before our state convention, which is in November. So that is the ACB Ohio report that Michelle sent her notes to me.
Question.
We have a question. Who has a question?
Yes, Mary Lynn. What was the dollar amount of the 4 scholarships?
That part she did not include in her information. That's something I can find out and send out a written note to the chapter. She did not include that information to me, unfortunately.
Janae Mary Carabinas has her hand raised.
Yes, Mary Carabinas.
Yes, hi. Yes. I believe the amount for the scholarship was $3,000. I was on the committee, and I believe it was $3,000 for the scholarship. They also had, yeah, that's right. So then the other issue, when you mentioned the introduction of the recipient winners, that those videos will be played at the state convention in November.
Okay, cool. I do have one
So
question.
everyone gets to introduce and meet those new scholarship winners. They were amazing students, and I was proud to be on that committee.
Okay. Thank you, Mary. I have one question. Was the dollar amount of 3,000, is that per student or is that all together?
Per student.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that help you, Mary Lynn?
Now, unless the freshman one was different, but I'm 90% sure they each got 3,000. The freshman award might have been a little less, but to tell you the truth, I'm not really sure about that one since I'm new to the committee. But anyway, I know at least 3,000 for the second, whatever they call that. Anyway, my mind's gone blank. But anyway, the 3,000.
Okay, thank you. Any questions regarding the ACB Ohio report? Any questions regarding state convention that you can ask Mary or me?
Oh, wait a minute.
Convention? Any questions? Just a reminder while seeing if there's any questions, National Convention is July 4th through the 11th. If you are attending the convention, you pay your administrative fee, you would like a possible reimbursement. The chapter is reimbursing people for their administrative fees. Am I saying that correctly, Lee? Registration fee. So you have to save your receipt and send it to Lee after convention, and the chapter will reimburse you for your $55. Any questions from the audience regarding the ACB Ohio report before we move on?
Regarding that convention registration, this is Sean Thiel. Can we send it? Do we have to wait until after convention to send them to you, Lee? Or
no,
can we
just send it whenever you have it.
Oh,
okay. But that's when I imagine after convention.
Yeah, I
that's
won't
when they'll
pay it
come
until
out,
after the convention's over.
okay, because I'm like, if you want me to wait, I won't remember. So,
that's one way to cut costs.
Thank you for clarifying, but okay. All righty. Monica, our speaker should be coming in, I think, at 1:45 or 1:50. It's Kenneth Semien. Just so you can kind of be out on the lookout on Zoom for him.
We have one person that is just a phone number.
Ending at 7707.
I don't know if
Yeah,
That's Mark Broniger.
that's Mark.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry about
Do you
that,
want to
Mark.
make a motion to adjourn if
Oh,
you're ready?
hold on. I want to share with you guys as a point of note for me as the president that I was recently appointed to the newly formed Columbus Advisory Commission on Disability Issues. It used to be a committee. It should have been a commission when it was established in 1999. It has recently been codified into a commission, and I am one person there will be 11 different commissioners, and I am one of them. And this is a advisory commission designed to bring to city council and the mayor issues that affect the city of Columbus on a variety of issues, whether it's infrastructure, housing, transportation. So whatever issue you have regarding things going on in the city of Columbus that affect people with disabilities, I am one of the people representing our folks, making sure that the voice of the person who is blind and visually impaired is being heard regarding city issues. So that's a recent note I want to share with you guys.
Congratulations, President.
Thank you. The swearing in ceremony will be on the 26th of June. I will post information so you guys can know where it is and the time once I have all that.
It's a Thursday.
It's a Thursday, yes, and everybody and people are welcome to come. It's free to come.
You know what time of day yet?
I think it's 2:00, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 2:00.
Is it going to be at City Hall?
No, I think it's going to be at a building on Front Street. They call it the Michael B. Coleman hearing room. So I'll get the address and I'll post it in the to the chapter.
Okay, I may go, and if anybody wants to ride with me, I may have an extra seat, a vehicle seat. I have my driving lenses, and my kidney function is high for once instead of dropping. Thank you.
Okay, I will send that out before the end of the weekend so you guys can make plans if you want to attend. So, before we adjourn, is there any issue that anybody wants to kind of just bring up, talk about that's ACB related? Any questions you guys have? And then we'll adjourn and have the member moment. This is more or less ACB related. People.
Okay, I just want to say that I have progressed with my table talk art projects with the Ohio Arts Council to the fourth stage. It's going to go before a jury June 26th, and the grant period is for a year. And I know Angela and Michelle were interested in the table talk art projects. I should have a review from the jury on the 26th, and Capital City ACB and Ohio ACB are listed as one of the target groups for some type of exhibition program. So I just thought I'd let you know that that is progressing slowly but surely for the year 2026.
Okay, I do have a question, Tanya. So since that's for year 2026, would that be something we would start working on now, or how does that work?
I won't have an approval till August, and then we would want to do maybe something as a group beginning in September, and we have from September all the way through June of next year to develop some type of project or program. The theme of the whole project is peace talks, and I want something in Braille from our members to submit as a program outcome about peace. And there's 4 areas of peace specifically specified in the proposal that I will share with you once I get more approval from the Ohio Arts Council.
I feel like this is a good opportunity to get our chapter some notice and get our chapter even seen, I should say people who are blind, visually impaired seen as individuals who can do things, since we all know that we are always underserved, underrecognized, and underutilized in a lot of ways.
Right. And what's exciting is, Janae, since you are now on the commission and you will have the support of a group of people at the city level, we can integrate a long-term program project, collaborating and exposing the positive aspects of being a wonderful ACB member in the state of Ohio.
Thank you so much, Tanya, for your work on that. One last thing, just as a kind of a note, we had Kimberly Ruff, who was here, I think it was last month she was here, and she lives in Dayton, and the Dayton chapter is looking to revive itself. It hasn't been an active chapter in probably over a decade. So just something to note that ACB Ohio is growing.
Right, right. And I may also add, anyone who's interested in going with me to Janae's swearing in, let her know. And the 2, 3, or 4 of us, we can stand together and stand with Janae at that time she's sworn in.
So thank you so much. So at this time, so we can have a little bit of chat before our speaker comes on. Has anybody arrived in there, Monica, yet? On Zoom? Did she say yes? No, I couldn't hear. No, okay. All right. So would someone like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Well, there's the member moment thing.
Yeah, do we want to do that? I thought we did that after we adjourned. Can't remember now. Did we do that? Probably better we do it after so that people don't feel like they have to put that on the recording if they don't want to. Maybe? No, I don't know. So let me ask the group this. We usually always have our member moment for a few minutes. Would you guys like to do this before we adjourn or after we adjourn? It's up to you all as a group.
My feeling is it's part of the process of the meeting.
Anybody home?
Okay. So let's have our member moment and we can adjourn.
Yeah. Anybody there? No, hear me, huh?
So do you have something to say there, Mark?
Yeah. Okay. Nobody home, huh? Okay.
All right.
We can hear you if you want
to.
to.
We can hear you, Mark, if you have something
Oh, okay, Lee there.
to say.
Yeah, Madam President there. Can you hear me there?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I brought this up. I brought this up how many times before. Our phone number be kind of good if we kind of use it properly, effectively, because activities are still 2 years
yes,
ago.
I'm working on updating that. I'm working on
yeah,
it.
if any kind of delete them, if anything, it kind of sounds kind of
Well,
weird.
I have to learn how to use the system, so I just got the information, so I'm working on that. I did hear your request.
Oh, okay, I thought somebody who does activities, maybe you can sign it, let them take care of it. Who does activities there, announcements, they can do it too. Yeah.
We have to kind of rearrange that because one of those boxes was used by ACB Ohio, which they don't use anymore. So
switch it around a little bit.
Yes, so that's being worked on. So just be patient, okay?
All right. Well, okay. I'll call in 2 years from now and see if it's okay then. Okay. Yeah, I missed most of the meeting today, unfortunately. Yeah.
Would you like to help out with the line?
Oh, not too good over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I do have something I'd like to bring forward, but first off, I want to congratulate the group on this chapter meeting. Has been one of the best chapter meeting I can remember in a couple of different ways, in that I didn't hear people having private conversations in the back. I didn't hear people generally not stepping on each other's commentary with other random commentary that was off subject. And this is a high contrast to the last chapter meeting we had, because we did have a few issues at that chapter meeting. And that's what I wanted to bring forward, is that it's best for us to focus on the matter at hand. We all have a limited amount of time and limited effort we can put in things. and diverting on to other topics or going too deep into a topic is not really helpful for us. And I'm one of the people who's guilty of that. And I'm a deep diver. I'm a very detailed person. So when I'm doing that, Janae, please stop me. So
I will do that. Let me at least say this. I am a kind-hearted person, so sometimes I'll admit I'm a little scared because I don't want to seem like I'm being rude. Yes, I will politely say Lee.
all right.
Okay.
All right. And basically, that's just what I wanted to say, because we function better as a group when we're focused on the subject at hand, and then bring up something new at the time for that, which is new business. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Tucker. Is there anyone else that has a member concern they want to bring up? Monica, let me know when our guest speaker arrives.
I was just going to let you know that he's here.
Yay! Okay. We'll take anybody else have anything to say regarding our member moment? Any concerns? Are you guys having a good week? Any issues that affect you as a blind person you want to share that the group needs to know about? Because if you all are experiencing some hardships, I'm sure others of us are experiencing some hardships. And that's kind of sort of also what this is for, because that's part of what ACB is there to do. You can share one issue. We're not going to talk all day, but if you have if you want to bring up.
Yeah, this is a major issue with me. It deals with those stinking scooters that people ride and they just hop off and have anywhere and everywhere. And they get in the way of people walking. They put them on the corners.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the city needs to do something about that because people can fall and hurt themselves over those stupid things.
I'm going to bring that up at our next meeting when I get sworn in that day at our meeting. I will definitely bring that up about the scooters.
This is Dave.
Go ahead, Dave.
I think I saw something on Reddit this week. If you call, is it the 311 number?
Yeah, you can call them, but I'll also bring it up as a city commissioner.
And report them. They have 1 hour to move that scooter out of the way or they lose their
Yes,
license.
call them, complain. That's what 311 is for. That's
The rumor
correct.
I heard, I'm not sure. I haven't actually done it, but you might give it a try.
Yeah, I would definitely report it, and if you don't get it resolved, let me know, because that's something I can bring up at our meetings that the city needs to pay attention to. Take a couple more comments.
One thing I heard that there are some cities, and the number is growing, where the user has to put down a sizable deposit, and they can tell, at least in some cities, if they put it back in place, and if they don't, the money from the deposit is lost. Money does talk, I guess, but that's how some cities are handling it.
I'll have to find out if that's true for Columbus. I'm not quite sure. No, you have to pay for them. Yeah. So the scooters are kind of hooked into like a kind of a lock thing, and you put money into what you use. Yeah, and then once you pay, then the lock thing unlocks. You can take the scooter off. So if you haven't returned it, I'm sure the system that however it's set up, whatever company they use, probably keeps track of that somehow. But I will double check on that.
Mary Carabinas has her hand raised.
Yes, Mary Carabinas.
Yes, hi.
Ma'am.
Yes, I kind of lost track. So this message question might be to Sean. Are you still involved with the tech calls? Like the third Saturday of the month? I feel bad, but I've lost track of when and what, et cetera.
I am. Those have been on hold. We've had some stuff come up in our household over the past month or so. I have not determined for myself whether I want to resume them or not. I will put that out to the membership list. I kind of need to recharge and kind of get my some of my emotional energy back. So I will make sure that is put to the chapter list when I feel, but I can't guarantee that. recovering from.
Okay, I was just wondered. I hadn't heard anything lately, so sorry for all the problems you're having.
That's fine. I appreciate your asking, because it does remind me that it is something I'm now need to kind of try and get back to. So I appreciate that, and I will let the membership know. But thank you so much for keeping me on track, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you for your question.
Okay, well, I hope things work out. You're welcome.
Yeah, he did put a note out. It's probably been a month or two ago now. April, I figured so. Yeah. Yep. So you got to take care of you first. So yeah. Yep.
Yes.
Hi. Oh, this is Angie.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
I recently got on a app that deals with blind people. And in one of the feeds they were talking about the other day, and I had no idea, so I'm just passing information on. Several of the guide dog agencies, I'll put them that way, in the United States, they pay for medical care of the dog for life, as long as you have the dog. And I didn't know this. Most people I knew, I just thought once you got the dog, it was, financially totally your responsibility. So if you didn't know this, I think there's one particular agency that basically pays for vet bills, care. I think they even food and grooming and everything. And then I think it's grooming. I think, okay, believe. And then some of the agencies, I guess, like if you take the dog to the vet, you have to submit like I guess a receipt for reimbursement. But yeah, I didn't know this, and I'm not sure other people did, but I just wanted to let you know, just in case you ever contemplate getting a guide dog. You might be able to get some assistance financially.
Thank you, Angela, for sharing that. So since it's 1:55, we're going to kind of end our member moment here so our speaker can have his time because he has other things to do. I'm going to introduce him. So first, before I do that, would someone like to make a motion to adjourn our meeting? Sean makes a motion. Who would like to second it?
Lee Tucker, I second.
Lee Tucker seconds it. Everybody in favor? Anyone?
Aye.
Okay. So our speaker today, and the meeting has been adjourned. Our speaker today is Kenneth Semien, who is a member of the board of directors for ACB, for the American Council of Blind. Kenneth also is a candidate for second vice president for the American Council of Blind. He's running to replace Ray Campbell, who is retiring and not running for another term as our second VP for the American Council of the Blind. Kenneth is the president of his local chapter in Beaumont, Texas, which is a city outside of Houston, I believe. And I'm going to kind of let Kenneth kind of take over and talk about who he is, what he does. He's involved in quite a bit of things on the national level and on the local and state level. And so I brought him in so he can kind of share with you all some things so you can know that the chapter is more than, ACB is more than just this chapter. And I'm just trying to make sure that we all have knowledge of what's available to us as members of the organization. Kenneth, are you there?
Here.
Kenneth, it's yours to take over, my friend.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes. Can you
Okay,
guys
very good.
Kenneth?
Yes. Thank you. Okay,
Kenneth,
glad to be here.
Just so you know, there's people in the room and people on Zoom, just so you know.
Okay. I thought I heard some in the background. Some seemed like they may have been in the room. Yeah, so I'm glad to be with you all today on a good old Saturday, and I'm glad to hear the latter part of the meeting. It seems like everybody's happy about being able to express what's important to them. That's always a good thing to be heard. So just a little bit about me with Cache, I said Cache. Janae mentioned a little bit about me, and I won't say too much about me, but I have some things I want to bring up about ACB. Most of you may already know some of this stuff, but it's good to hear some of these things that I feel like is so important for everybody to know. Right now, upcoming convention is going to be held in Dallas. We'll be there from July the 4th until the 11th. I hope that some of you will be there, and maybe I could meet you, shake your hand or something. If not, some people are participating virtually. That's a good thing too. It's so important that our members get involved in any way they can. I've enjoyed serving within ACB. This year I'm celebrating 20 years of membership, but starting years back when I lost my sight and became deaf in one ear after being in the hospital dealing with meningitis. Had an 89-day hospital stay. Doctors stated that I told my family I wouldn't make it after going into a coma and all that. So 23 years later, I'm here and I've accepted my blindness and other limitations, and I've moved on. And so many doors have opened up for me to be able to serve and even encourage other people to move beyond the challenges that they may face. So it's always something good happening in the midst of the challenges that come up at the same time. So we choose what we focus on, and I've been trying my best to focus on the most positive so I can move forward and maybe being able to give back and help somebody else to move forward too beyond what they are struggling with. So I've had the privilege of serving on like our ACB membership committee with the Derwick K. McDaniel Fund Committee, which gives awards, leadership development awards, and Janae won the DCAM First Timers Award 2 years ago, and I was one of those people that won that award in 2010. Now serve and have pretty much helped to develop the Inspire Mentoring Program, and we ask everybody from the chapter level, state and special interest affiliate, and even members at large to join in and consider being a part of our mentoring program that begins shortly after convention. We'll start accepting applications in July on the 18th, and we'll accept those through August. If you could consider reading the ACB Braille Forum, we have an article in there about the mentoring program. And the title of that article is Explore to Achieve More. That's what it's called, Explore to Achieve More. And so we have guides who are mentors and explorers who are the mentees. And Janae is a part of that program now, the Inspire Mentoring Program. So we encourage everybody to think about it. If you want to learn and grow and become a leader in your chapter, state or special interest affiliate, or on the national level in some way, serving on the committee, we have some programs in place to help you to become developed and ready to be empowered to serve, and really mainly equipped to do a good job too. So other than that, I am been recently appointed as of last August of the Membership Services Steering Committee, in which I lead a group of about 10 to 12 committees focusing on different areas of membership. And so we are beginning to work together and make sure that we are on target with making sure that our members feel valued and that they are going to be included in whatever way they want to be included. We get our work done through committee service, and we have a list of committees that's in our Constitution bylaws. And the bylaws, it's bylaw 7, bylaw 6, you can read, and has a list of all our committees. They're listed on our website, but our website at acb.org is being updated. There's so many things that are outdated on it. So I refer you to the document that's our governing document. That's where we really can look at all our committees to give a little brief introduction to those committees within that. But online, if you want to talk to someone that's serving on a committee as a leader in that committee, ask them about the work that they do in case you may be interested. Contact information can be found online, or you can call our main office in ACB. And I can give those numbers a little bit later if anybody wants those, email address, things that you can write to us if you have questions that you need answers for. So beyond that, I wanted to just talk to you about getting connected and making sure that you know what all is being offered in ACB. A lot of people really don't know, but we are doing a whole lot and have been since 1961. This year we're celebrating our 64th anniversary. So I'm encouraging people to get connected, be informed, and become empowered. And the more you know, the more you can help others to move along in a positive way. And so I always like to tell people, when you join your chapter, you automatically become a member of your state affiliate and the national ACB. And so each level has different things going on. So on our state and national level, normally and commonly in affiliates, we have conventions going on. And some of you may already have participated in those. But if you haven't, it's always good to try to go, even if you can do it for a day or two, to kind of see what's really happening within the organization. One of our main things that we do is advocate. We advocate for all Americans to be able to live their best quality of life, and we advocate for those issues that having to do with employment, healthcare, housing, transportation, and beyond. It's an unending list of things that we all face at times where we're being discriminated against or not being given access to certain things that we should have access to because of the Americans with Disabilities Act, of which they're about to celebrate we're about to celebrate the anniversary of the ADA, 35 years on July the 26th. It will make 35 years. That law has been in place to help people with various disabilities to get access to things that they were limited to before. We still have some challenges, but a lot has happened where we can have access and get special accommodations to do certain things that we may have limitations with. So doors have opened for people to get better education and so many things, even employment. And just since I brought up the word employment, we have an employment committee on ACB. I like the work that they're doing. They're really starting to do more. They have a podcast, the Let's Get to Work podcast. It's easy to tune in on any podcast player, but even from the acbmedia.org website, you can get it from there. One of the things that I really like that we have in place is an ACB Link app. If for those of you who have a smartphone, it's good it works on Apple iOS and Android phones or even tablets. So it's a great thing because you go through the ACB Link app, you can get to everything, all of our podcasts, any kind of news from the website. You don't even have to actually go to our website. You can go through the app and get to the website that has all types of information there that you can benefit from about upcoming events, the latest updates on advocacy. We have an advocacy update podcast that's done every 2 weeks by our Director of Governmental Affairs and Advocacy, Claire Stanley. She works with so many agencies that's working on our behalf, and she tries to feature them. She features members on the podcast that are advocating for people to gain access to things that they desire to have access to. So it's always good to tune into that. But other than that, we have other ways we get our work done. And that's not just by committees, but we have 48 committees helping to get some things done to make sure it gets done. We have a small staff that's being paid to really tackle some of the main issues that we have to make sure that are in place. But a lot of us who are volunteers, we're making ACB strong and by our contributions. So beyond the committees, we have our officers and directors, in which we have elections every other year, every year, but this year we have in the odd numbered years we elect officers, in the even numbered years we elect directors to the board of directors. Those are 10 of them, and we have 5 officers. So yeah, I am running for ACB the ACB second vice president position because it's open, but I'm not the only one who's running. We have another candidate. We had 3 of us, but one lady withdrew her name the other day after a candidates forum. That we were asked a lot of questions, and people wanted to hear what we might say about different issues and how we planned on working on some of those things. So that was pretty good. It happened 2 nights this week back to back where we were able to hear from our members. And I've had town hall forum meetings with members to tell me about their concerns and how we can do better in ACB. And I'm just ready to do something that's going to make some more positive things happen for everybody involved. I like what I heard when somebody was saying earlier about you all respecting one another. That's a big thing now in our world, and we all do need to do that wherever we go, with whoever we're communicating with. We have to respect one another and expect the difference in opinions at times. Just here, but sometimes we have to agree to disagree, so that we can keep things moving and focus on the overall goal of us having an organization that's going to help so many others that need help after experiencing vision loss. So that's what we're mainly in place for, make a difference. And if we stay focused, we can achieve a whole lot. So other things, we have state and special interest affiliates that some of you may be a part of. I know you're part of Ohio, ACB Ohio. That's a great thing. I'm a part of ACB Texas, and as a state affiliate, but we have close to 60 of those, 50 of those, I mean. And then we have our special interest affiliates, well, what I label as clubs with different interests that people may be able to get involved with. So you connect with people that have something in common with you through those groups, and you can read about those. And it's easy to get to those by if you go to ACB's website, acb.org/. Affiliates. And so they'll have the state affiliates there and our special interest affiliates there. Listen, you have contact information for you to kind of, if you want to find out more information about those, but those are really good. Somebody mentioned something about guide dogs. I like what I heard earlier because I became familiar with that by working with our guide dog users incorporated, that is. I want to say international, but it's incorporated with an ACB. That's a nationwide group that are so many people. I think that group has about 400, over 400 members of people who, with guide dogs. They give you that kind of information you might benefit from about what all the guide dog schools are offering, and so you can best make the best choice if you choose to get one about which school you want to go to. And from what I've heard, a number of those schools do offer special benefits and privileges for you once you leave their school with your own guide dog. So one thing I want to bring up is about accessibility, and I have so much to tell you. I won't be able to tell you today, but maybe another time I can share some things. But one thing I'm proud about it with ACB is accessibility. The things that we're doing to make sure that people have access to the ACB Braille Form, our publication, which is now called a magazine. You have different ways that you can access it in Braille, large print, get it by email. It's also on podcast. There's so many different ways you can go to acbmedia.org and listen to it there, or through the ACB Link app. On the go, you can listen to it. It's a powerful magazine with so much information in it. We have another publication that it's sent out by our Braille Form editor, Sharon Lovering. It's the Dots and Dashes that comes out every other week, every other Monday, and it's really filled with most current things that are going on. But when you can't get those by email, you can call ACB's main number, and I'll just mention it now, and I can mention it again later. But it's 202-467-5081. That's 202-467-5081. You can actually dial that number. There's a menu that comes up. You can choose. We have ACB Community that has workshops all day, every day of the week. And you can tune, if you can't get online through getting that calendar link from the ACB Community, you can listen by phone. You can dial the ACB Media phone number to listen in. But first of all, you would dial that main number I gave to you. You can listen to the calendar of the events, of things that are happening, and then you can choose to tune in to one of the 10 channels that ACB Media has, and you can listen to that through the app. But you also can dial by phone, even on the go. I've saved that number into my contacts so that I can listen to ACB Media on the go. There's so many things going on. So that number, if you wanted to consider it, is 506. Oh, my mind just went blank. I'm hearing somebody seems something like on this phone fell asleep. I'm going to come back to it because I have it down at the bottom of my notes here. But I know part of it, but I don't want to give you the wrong number. I want to make sure I give you the correct number. But that is something that's really good to tune into. You can listen to that on the go. But for people, just tell people that don't have access to technology about when they can dial ACB's number. And there's a menu there you can go through and listen to different things that you didn't know about. We have Washington Connection. It's an information and a resource service that's put out, sharing, loving, records the most latest things on advocacy that's taking place or different events that's taking place that you may want to know about. You can call that main number 202-467-5081 and listen to that, and so much more. Now, just lastly, because I think my 15 minutes may be up, ACB offers all types of awards and recognition. It'd be good to know about that. We have an awards committee. We have a Durward K. McDaniel Fund Committee that gives leadership development awards. Will get your way paid to convention and go to all the sessions and different things that help you to grow in your leadership I would say goals or quests you might have. But sometimes it's just good to be in the know about what's happening. So there's a variety of awards being given. If you go to acb.org/awards, you can see the list there, and even getting to those committees I mentioned earlier, you can go to acb.org/committees, and the whole list will be right there for you. So, in addition to that, we have the leadership conference that happens once a year during the winter. We used to call this a mid-year meeting, but it's a neat event. And Janae has been. It's so educational, informative. You get to network with people, get to know more people that's in the organization. Even some of our newer members come and learn a lot at that event. We have the Borough College Leadership Training Institute that has meetings on the second Thursday of each month, where you can tune into them on the ACB community and learn things about leadership and what they're doing, and it's just a good way to get some training going on too. So now I'm going to scroll down and just give you this number before I conclude and allow you to ask any questions you might have. But I want to give you this number to dial into ACB Media if you want to do that. But in this list that I have right here, there's so much I have before me, so I'm going to scroll down here. And what I'd like to do, Janae, is open it up for any questions, and then I'll break in at a time when it's time to respond and give that phone number.
Okay. Do you want to give the phone number, or you want to start taking questions?
Let's take questions, and while I'm scrolling down. No,
Okay.
I don't want to.
Does anybody have any questions for Mr. Kenneth Semien?
Hello. Yes. This is Rachel.
Hey,
I
Rachel.
was just wondering, with the ACB Media, can we use it on Alexa?
You sure can. I'm glad you said that. Yeah, like we have 10 channels. With the community calendar, you'll know which channel it's going to be on. So I tell my Alexa device, say, Alexa, ask ACB Media to play 1 if it's on channel 1. Alexa, ask ACB Media to play 2. And it'll just repeat that back to you, and it'll play whatever is on that channel. You can go through that anytime. Right now on channel 2, you can listen to what our proposed constitution and amendments and resolutions that we're going to be voting on during our virtual week of convention that begins on Monday, June 23rd. So there's a lot on there. But yes, you can sure use your Alexa device.
Anyone else have a question for Mr. Semien?
Mary has her hand raised.
Okay.
Mary Carabinas.
Mary Carabinas, yes, ma'am. Go ahead and ask your question to Kenneth.
Yes. Can you go a little slower with the 202 phone number and exactly
Sure.
again what that will give us access to?
Okay, I'll give that number, but I'll tell you, it's ACB's main number. If you want to call, there's a menu there, and when you call it, you'll hear a menu of options, and they'll tell you to press this for this, press that for this, or whatever. So it's a menu, and it's 202 467 5081.
You get that, Mary?
Got that. Yes, I did. Thank you.
2, 4, 6,
Is
7,
that, I
5,
did a quick
8, 1.
question. Is that a number you can call to maybe get help with registration for the national convention?
That's the number you can call, but we have a direct number you would want to call, because registration, I'm glad you said that, registration closes on the 17th. Let me see, you'd have to call Janet Dickelman's number, the conference coordinator. You ready for that one?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. It's 651 428 5059. That's 651. Okay, you got it? Okay.
I got that. Yeah, and you might want to repeat it
Dickelman's
again for
first
others.
number, Mary, by the way.
I'm sorry, say that again.
So that's Janet Dickelman's. I believe that's her personal number. You can reach out to her. She'll be happy to help you register.
All right, great. Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, I have a question. Has ACB done in the past, or do they intend to get the ruling changed with the FCC, where last time I checked, they do not require that any infomercial verbalize phone numbers or emails or anything. First I knew of this was when WOSU said they did not have to make it accessible, and they refused to. And the FCC confirmed that infomercials do not have to give access.
Yes.
The vast majority of infomercials say call the number on your screen. Or they might verbalize a website, but a lot of times websites they state could have numerous different spellings, or you really can't understand what they're saying. Is that something that will be targeted?
Well, I won't respond to that personally, but I tell you, you should talk to Claire Stanley, who works on this stuff every day. She can give you the latest news, and it's a easy way to reach her. Do you want an email address? You prefer the phone number?
She says she has both.
Okay. She has both. Or should I give those?
She says she has both. So I would reach out to Claire, Maryland. Yeah, that's who you should talk to regarding it, having ACB, talk to the FCC regarding that.
Yes, if you want to know the latest news, it would be good to go straight to the person that's working on it on a daily basis.
Hi, this is Julie Russell. Weather bulletins. Years ago, when I was actually young, we worked very, very hard on getting them to speak the weather bulletins, and they're not doing that anymore. You get the beep, 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 and you wait to see if you get anything on your phone because we don't have a clue what it's beeping for.
Oh, Kenneth, she's talking about the emergency broadcast thing. That's kind of one of our legislative imperatives.
Okay, yeah. So that too will have to go to Claire. It is just not good for me to try to respond to things that I don't have the latest news on. But if that's something that you want to kind of like give Claire ask her that it's still something that's not corrected, that should be corrected. And Janae, if you want to, it's up to you. You can get their information. I can write to Claire myself about the concern. Just put their name there so that she can reach back out to them if anybody needs that help.
Yeah, that would be good. If you guys have some advocacy or government related issues like the FCC and Julie, what you're talking about is the emergency broadcast thing that comes out. Send that to me because that's part of one of our legislative imperatives that we have been advocating for the last 3 or 4 years. That has to do with the Communication Video Accessibility Act, and that is where we wanted the TV stations and the emergency broadcast folks to have them announce what the emergency is, not just the beep, 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 and the crawler goes across the screen. So I can definitely check on that for you if you would like to.
And if you're ready, I'm ready to give the phone number for ACB Media. I think this is a neat option for people that don't have an app or have a smartphone or don't use technology. You can call in and get connected with some information that you could benefit from. So ACB Media's phone number to listen to any of the 10 channels, it's 518-906-1820. That is 518-906-1820.
Thank you, Kenneth. Do you guys have any other questions for him before we?
There are 3 people with hands raised on
Okay,
Zoom.
let's take the people in Zoom. Who's first?
Mark.
Mark.
Oh, no, I'm great. I'm just listening. That's all.
Mark, we can hear you if you were unmuted a minute ago.
Oh, okay. No, okay. I'm just listening. That's all. You can pass.
Hello, Mark.
Yeah, I'll pass there. I was just listening there.
Okay.
Okay. There's Mary Lynn and Shirley.
Mary Lynn, what's your question for Mr. Kenneth? Oh, Lynn and Shirley.
Well, Mary Lynn's hand was raised a minute ago. I don't know if it got lowered.
You mean Mary Highland?
Mary
Lynn's in the room.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm trying to look at multiple names.
All right, this is Mary Highland. I have a question for you, Kenneth.
Okay.
I love the community calls. I listen all the time. And I wonder if there is a schedule of what is going to be on the ACB media channels?
Well, do you get the calendar every day from ACB community? If not, I tell you how to subscribe to that, or you could call in that number I just gave you on ACB Media.
No. I listen to the community calls on my computer,
Yes.
but
Yes.
but occasionally I would like to hear, listen to something that I've missed. And I know I can get that on the ACB media, but when is the question?
Now that's a big question, okay? Because some of those community calls, they're not always going to be on ACB media where you could dial into, but they're podcasted after the session ends, and so you'd have to go to acbmedia.org, and right down there you can go scroll down to podcast, and they have the latest, all of those listed right on that page for ACB community.
Okay.
They're
Okay.
listed there. Do you have can you access the app? Because that would be an easy way to get to that too, through the app, ACB Link app.
Okay. All right. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right.
And did you say Lynn had her hand?
Shirley and Lynn.
Shirley and Lynn? Lynn and Shirley.
Okay, this is Shirley, and it's not really a question for Ken, but it's a comment in response to something that was said a couple minutes ago. For those of you, and I think Julie maybe brought it up, as far as the things you're missing, as far as the weather announcements and things like that, when the beeps come on TV, some of the channels, if you know how to turn on the SAP on your TV or cable box, which is what you use for description, some of the channels, if you turn on SAP when the beeps come on the regular channels, when you turn on the SAP, they do have the announcements like with a synthesized voice telling you what's going on, like weather warning or tornado watch or whatever may be happening. Now that's not consistent across the board, and I can't tell you at this point exactly which channels are doing it here, but I have definitely found it on a couple of the channels here. So you might keep that in mind as an alternative. Thank you.
Thank you, Shirley. That's the second audio program, and that's what SAP stands for.
Right, secondary audio program, something like that.
Turns on audio description if you have a pretty new TV that's been created in the last 10 years or less.
Tanya has her hand raised also.
Tanya, yes, ma'am.
Hi, I just have two questions for clarification. My understanding is in the community events, we can click on the area where it says ACB Media, or we can dial that number if we know that community event meets like every Monday at 10, we have DJ's Freshness. I can just dial the number and get into DJ's Freshness. That's one question for clarification. The other question is, what are those 10 channels you're talking about with this 518-906-1820 number? What are those 10 channels, and what are our options of those 10 channels?
Oh, those change. So they change on a daily basis. So right now, we're not a daily basis. In the case where right now, they just decided to use channel 2 for you to listen to proposed amendments to our Constitution and bylaws that's coming up and our resolutions. Then they have the candidates promotions on that channel. So they're using it now because of the time we're in. So each channel is used differently, like in ACB community. Each one of those, if you go to the calendar, it will tell you it's on the ACB Media 6 or 4. So it depends on every hour that whatever's going on could change. It depends on what's going on in ACB community. Sometimes when, like the other shows we have, Tara Pacheco has visibilities on Friday evening. She's on there at 6 o'clock. She has normally they put these shows on channel 1, like Paul Edwards from Florida has Tuesday Topics. Normally they put it on channel 1, and they'll call it ACB Media 1. But it changes, so I couldn't go through a menu and tell you every day is going to be this or that. they have it changes throughout the day. But you can call that number that I gave, and listen to, like I said, the main number that I gave you is where you're going to be able to listen to what's on for the day. So it doesn't. It's nothing I can give that would be stable for you that you could remember that.
Okay, so if I wanted to deal with just ACB diabetes, like ACB diabetes has an ongoing chat online, but I don't know where to go to listen to it with my ear, as opposed to having to use a narrator or a Zoom window to keep up with some of those conversations.
Is that ACB Diabetics in Action you're referring to?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I could find that out, but that's an affiliate of ours, and I can find out where do they remain on one channel all the time, or do they have to rotate? If it's at the same time, often at a certain time, they may give them a designated channel, but I'm not aware of an affiliate having their own channel though. So I can find out for you by talking to
Well,
them.
if it doesn't exist, I'm telling you, there's so much going back and forth that's very important for people with my type of diabetes or any type of diabetes. And now we've got diabetes equipment getting price increases with the tariffs. So it would be wonderful to have a channel for diabetics so we can call in on just one phone call. That's it. That's all. And listen to some of that.
Hey, Tanya, let me make a suggestion. If you are able, I would email community@acb.org and tell them that. What you're saying to me and Kenneth, I would tell them that, email them that suggestion. Because there are a couple of things that are on the same channel. So I think it could be possibly possible. For example, ACB Media 4 is usually the channel they have for karaoke every Saturday night that comes on at 8 o'clock. But not every channel is designated solely for one particular thing. That's why being on that community call list and just knowing what's available and all the various ways to connect to those shows is important. But if you think that there should be a dedicated line for that, I would make that suggestion by emailing community@acb.org.
Okay, well, this is the first time I've learned that there's 10 channels that we have access to. I didn't know that we could do that, but thank you. I'll follow through.
Yeah. And I'd like to let you know that I can talk to Larry Gassman, the president of ACBDA, and find out what he knows. The affiliate may have something that you can access to easily. So I'll follow up with him. And so, Janae, if you could just remember, I won't remember her name probably, but I can tell you this information once I talk to Larry and find out what they're doing to make sure that everybody gets access to what they're presenting.
Yes, I'll send a reminder note, Kenneth, too.
Yeah, and Patricia, she's on the board. She's my mentor. She knows there are days where I just can't get access to the internet. I just can't.
Yeah.
I can't get on, but most of the time I can. But then there are times where I cannot.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good to have options, really.
We have a question from Sean.
Yeah, I have a question and a comment. The first comment is on some televisions, including mine, it is not called SAP for secondary program. It is called MTS for multi-track sound, but the function is the same. So your TV may call it MTS instead. The second thing I would point out is that not every call on the schedule is going to be in a podcast or on a replay. That is up to the facilitator of that call, whether they do or do not want archives or streaming for their calls. So just because a call is on ACB Media does not necessarily mean it will be podcast. I believe that is up to the person who runs the call. They can choose when they're filling out their form to create their event. They can choose whether or not they want their call to be part of that process. Thank you.
Thanks for clarifying that. That is definitely true. Yes.
That is correct. Yeah. We'll take one or two more questions for Kenneth and then we'll let him go. Anybody else have a question? One or two more questions we'll take. No questions? If I don't hear anything, we're going to have to, we will applaud and thank Kenneth for being here as a board member for the American Council of Blind. There's no other questions. Anybody?
Thank you all so much.
Thank you. Let's give Kenneth a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you, Kenneth, so much. Enjoy your weekend and happy Father's Day.
Okay. Thank you so much. Take care now.